There's a particular Seadragon here at Kurnell where we dive often that's inherited the nickname Studley Dudley because he's had quite a few broods. As we know, the males carry the eggs, and I think he had 3 or 4 in one season. Like, he was pregnant every day, all day for months. So he was clearly Studley Dudley, who was pushing his babies out to the world. So you got to have a favourite who's Studley Dudley. One of the great things about Sydney diving is you're right in the middle of a major metropolis. There's 4 million people in Sydney. It's a great world city, but I can see the city skyline there, and I can dive right in the harbour and right in the bays. I often go diving in the morning before work, and I can be back in my office in the middle of the city by 9 a.m. And I've been swimming with seals and sometimes whales and great sponge gardens and weedy sea dragons before breakfast. I find it really rewarding to dive the same dive site over and over. And sometimes people are like, well, don't you want to dive somewhere new? I said, well, I do, sure, that's great. But there's also something about knowing every rock, knowing every fish, seeing it change over time and feeling like you're connected to it. There's something special about that. And Kurnell's one of those places, and there's half a dozen spots in Sydney that I must have dived hundreds of times each. But there's a core group of divers in Sydney that are all year round, really committed, they live locally, and there's a sense of ownership in Sydney as an ecosystem, and the Great Southern Reef as the city part of that greater ecosystem. And I think that's really valuable. Seadragon Circus gives you a whole other community that people I wouldn't have encountered, and yet we have this shared passion for an odd little creature that floats around in the kelp. And that ability to just create a friction point where different people kind of connect over something shared is cool.